This is a 16mm bowl gouge replacement tip. It's made out of M2 high-speed steel, and they are machined and manufactured in a town called Hawke's Bay, New Zealand, by a company called Woodcut Tools. By no means this short video is sponsored or I'm coming to you because they've asked me to do it. I'm doing it purely because I want to answer two of the most common questions I get in my videos is, why is your flute so short, and why is the flute and the shaft of the tool two different colours? Little Reagan's going off out there. So the first question is, why are they two different colours? The shaft is actually solid stainless steel, and they're embedded deep into the handle, and the tips are obviously M2 high-speed steel. But the main reason I went out and purchased my first 19mm bowl gouge ages ago, a couple of years ago now, I think about four years ago, is because I was getting a lot of pain in my right arm. I was suffering tennis elbow because I was roughing out hundreds of bowls to get going. And an old fella at my woodturning club put me onto Woodcut Tools. Ever since I purchased my 19mm gouge, I now own two of them and two 16mm. I don't get any pain in my right arm anymore. I'm not saying it's the cure oil, and I'm not trying to sell you anything. So this is the third tip that I have replaced out of the 4 of the tools that I have. So over a period of a couple of years now, this is the third one. So it's pretty good going. I'm just going to get stuck into it. So I need to get a bit of heat going here to melt the glue that comes with the tips when you purchase them. And if it's just an anaerobic glue, so something a little similar, very similar actually, to Loctite. So you've probably all heard of Loctite before. Get a bit of grips onto it. Hopefully this is going to just come off for us. Look at that, nice. Like I said, this is the third tip that I've replaced, and now I find that using the CBN wheel or the water-cooled system, I don't burn through that metal as fast, and that's the same with all the rest of my tools. I have heard people chewing through the tips, and that's probably because they're sharpening and grinding way too much steel off than what's necessary. And this guy's stuck on there. He is. Oh, Kezza. So with the wire brush, I just clean the end off, making sure it's nice and clean and ready to accept the new tip. And you can probably see that shoulder just there is where this tip needs to sit. So it needs to sit nice and flush, but there's a very faint black line running down there. I line that up with the center of the gouge as I put them on, but I'm just going to give that a bit more of a clean. Just got a little bit of sandpaper here. I'm just going to clean that shoulder nicely because I don't want any gaps there. And for anyone out there that doesn't know me, my name's Kerry Corney. I'm a wood turner from Brisbane, Australia, and I hope you're enjoying these short little videos. So I've just allowed about 5 minutes before putting some glue on this tool just here, this shaft. Just going to get it around that shoulder because I want it. That's probably a little bit too much, Kez. Deserves a slight little, yes. Anyway, and then I'm going to put it around. Kezza. There's a lot of glue in these little tubes. Just going to put it around there, like so. All the way around, coating that entire surface. And now that looks really good. I believe that this anaerobic glue, similar to Loctite, is good at room temperatures, so that's why I waited for that to cool down, because it was pretty hot. So I've got my black line there, and I've got my line up here on the tip. I'm just going to slowly, and the tip is really nice and clean on the inside. I'm just going to work that down there. If I can. Working it down. And yes, I know there's glue coming off the side there. And I'm just going to eyeball that line up to make sure it's right smack bang in the center, because that also helps me when I'm sharpening. I line that up when I'm using any of the jigs, and that looks really nice there. The thing you need to do to ensure that stays bang on there, get a bit of masking tape, put that down there like so. Don't let it rip, but anyway, we'll keep going. Over the top of the gouge, over the tip, like that. And then what I do as well, I get another little piece and put it around the junction, so around the join of where I connected the tip to the shaft. So leave that for 24 hours, come back the next day, and you'll be right as rain. You'll have a brand new gouge ready to rock and roll. You won't be losing any of that length that you probably experienced before when you buy a new gouge, and it just gets shorter and shorter and shorter as you're grinding away. But it doesn't happen in this case. You just flick the tip off and bang a new one on. So check that video out just there. It's a square plate turning with a Richard Raffin inspired base, and I really enjoy this time with you. I hope you're enjoying these videos, these short videos. I'm going to try and get a short and a long video out each week. Thanks so much for watching. I'll talk to you directly. Cheers. Bye.